Hey everyone, Michael O'Brien here, and today I just wanted to talk about a question that a couple of you guys had, and that is, what do I do if my hands are too small? So I can't palm cards because my hands are too small. I can't do coin magic because my hands are too small. I can't shuffle a deck of cards because my hands are too small. I don't know, right? I hear this a lot, and the honest truth is yes, though your hands are too small to do certain moves, it does not mean that you cannot achieve the effect that you're trying to accomplish. So here's a perfect example. Let's just say you're trying to do card to pocket, right? And if I cover the card with my hand, I palm it off and have it in classic palm, and let's just say my hands truly are too small. Like you're showing me, look Mike, like the card is completely sticking out, like no matter how I hold it in my hand, you can still see it. Though that may technically be true, you can still cover this up by creating misdirection, motivation, and a strong magical moment. So let's break those terms down a little bit. Misdirection. The idea of misdirection is getting the spectator to look somewhere else so that you can do the dirty work. So what I do to create misdirection, let's just say I wanted to bring the card down to the pocket. What I do is I actually palm the card and I gesture this way and I ask the spectator a question. This just very casually drops into the pocket and then the move is done. Rather than coming up, trying to hold the card to look natural and then put it to the pocket, you could very simply misdirect, ask a question, and then get the dirty work done. So that's an example of misdirection. Motivation is now giving yourself an excuse or a reason to do something. So maybe you set the card up into the palm, but you don't do the move yet. I might hold the cards just like this and say, can you check the inside of my pocket, make sure it's empty. I'm motivating the move here. Why am I holding the deck this way? Because I'm having them check in my pocket. Then when you come up like this, the misdirection is a little bit easier. You can come straight up, ditch this to the pocket, ask your question, and then boom, you've already done the move. Now, I know this sounds silly, and it sounds like, how could you get away with this? I'm going to leave a link in the description below of my card to pocket routine. You guys might have seen it. It's the one where I use Pokemon cards, and I have the cards go in my pocket. There's a moment in that routine where all 51 cards go to my pocket. Right? So every single card in the deck goes to my pocket except for the spectator's selected card. I do not palm the deck when I do this move. I don't even make a move out of it. I literally just take the deck and shove it into my pocket. No one ever sees this. And the reason is because the moves are properly motivated. So I suggest you guys check that out so you can get a little bit of an idea of how that works and see motivation in action. Right? So essentially the idea is you want to come up with some kind of a way to overcome this obstacle. It might mean, from a technical standpoint, you need to use a different move. Maybe if a flat palm doesn't work, you might want to use an angled palm, like a perpendicular palm, or like a gambler's cop. That might help you out a little bit better. You might have to also watch your angles. You might not be covered at 360. You might be covered a little less than 180 degrees. But the idea essentially is that you want to try to overcome any of the obstacles that you have, whether it mean adding more misdirection, making sure your moves are properly motivated, or even changing up the technique a little bit. But anyways, I hope this was helpful for you guys. My goal is to kind of get your creative juices flowing a little bit so that you don't just say, I can't do card to pocket because my hands are too small, right? I actually suggest you guys check out my book, The Imagination Project Volume 2. I have a routine in that book called No Palming Card to Pocket, where it's a card to pocket routine without needing any palming at all. So there is ways around it. If the effect that you want to create is a card to pocket effect and you don't feel like you could palm cards, try to come up with another way to have the card to pocket effect work that best suits you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, everyone. And until next time, I'll catch you all with more advice for magicians. Take care.